It was discovered through a routine mammogram in Pennsylvania at the hospital there, and I had already been a patient of Dr. Mazel's, so I wanted to come back down here to have the biopsy, and it just took off from there. I had a positive cancer biopsy.
When the diagnosis came down, you know, it hits you. You know, it's a punch to the stomach. You never know, you know, really what to expect. You always hope for the best. You can prepare for the worst, but I don't think that it ever truly, that you ever truly get a grasp for what the worst could be.
Well, it was obviously a shock, and not the news that you want to hear, that it turns out positive. However, it takes a while for that to set in. And once the reality of it sets in, then you've got some decisions and choices to make.
I felt that I couldn't make a snap decision on what course of treatment I wanted until I had all the facts in front of me. And Dr. Mazel was very patient. His nurse Barb was very kind, and they helped me through it. And once I left here after having a family meeting and we went back home, within 4 days I had already made my decision. I knew that at the time I needed to have a double mastectomy.
The treatment itself was rather lengthy, and with her being the triple negative, the only treatment for that is the chemotherapy. That is rather intense, and over a 6-month period, it was once a week driving from Denver, and we had some help with friends and family members to help transport her back and forth.
I personally made probably 10 to 15 trips throughout the course of everything, and coming down here has been great. Everyone down here has truly been just awesome. I can't find any other words to describe it other than truly awesome.
My sister's already been down here, and my girlfriend has already been down here, because everybody here to me it's an extended family. They have treated me with respect and warmth, and I just can't say enough about the people here. It's totally different coming here than at home.
GBMC found it in 2010, treated it, and as of right now, she's cancer-free.
Well, I decided that I wanted to give something back because of how warm and loving everyone had been, and how tough of a time it is when you find out that you do have breast cancer. And by giving a blanket, I like to make the blanket and bring it along to each time I come down here, that I can give it to a new breast cancer person, because you're cold, you go through cold when you're having your chemo, and I just want them to be warm and wrapped in love and know that it came from a person who sat in the same chair that they're in, and that they're going to be okay.
We kind of brainstormed one day randomly and figured out how we could give back. We put this show together and had a whole bunch of people donate their time, people that wrestle on TV and want thousands of dollars to appear in an event. And, they all donated their time and came in and did it, and it was a big success. To me, it was a big success. It was sold out to standing room only, and everybody was there for the good cause. And I watched at the curtain to see how the guys are performing and acting out there and doing their thing, and it was hard to fight back tears. I mean, some of the guys were crying around the way to the ring. You got 30, 40, some 50-year-old men that were wrestling that night, and they couldn't hold back the tears, because just reflecting on their lives of who they lost, and parents and wives, and it was a great night.
We have really learned that you don't take your days for granted. You live one day like there's no tomorrow, and that's all that you can do. You put one foot in front of the other and live like there's no tomorrow.
All you can do is put the head down and keep going. You can't break down, and you can't lose hope. Plow ahead and beat it. Bottom line.
Lisa and I met while we were riding motorcycle, and that was a big part of her life, from sidecars on up through over the years. And she was hinting here just the other week that she wouldn't mind going for a ride. So needless to say, we've got a Harley-Davidson dresser in the garage right now, and we're ready to go.